This is the future.
There are a couple of nuke Warframes in the game, and the best known is Sarin that can apply spores to enemies and slowly kill them with corrosive damage. She can also apply viral with her fourth ability, which makes it so good for killing enemies faster. There's also Equinox fourth ability, which in day mode can nuke a room if it has a million stack of damage. In addition, you can also use Mirage with an explosive Ledgerman build. It's not as deadly as Sarin's nuking power, but it gets the job done. Also, there's a thing called nuke and group, wherein you group enemies with abilities or arcanes, then kill them all together with either Warframe abilities or your own weapons. There is a couple of nuke setup you can use, and they are very good in real mission, but I'm kind of disappointed on one of my favorite nuke setup being underpowered. Before we start this video, I would like to share with you the best gaming browser in the market right now, Opera GX. I know some of you heard about this amazing gaming browser that has cool features like CPU and RAM limiters for seamless browsing and also gaming without lags while your browser is active. Tons of beautiful customization which is suited for all gamers, and also a Twitch and Discord integration that lets you interact with your fans or go live stream with just one click of a button. But wait, there's more cool stuff about the Opera GX. This gaming browser also allows you to chat and browse at the same time with Facebook Messenger, Telegram, vContact, and WhatsApp integrated right into the sidebar. This feature allows you to keep all your social media at hand in your browser. On top of all the customization, GX also has animated wallpapers that run smoothly in the background of your browser. It also comes with a feature that lets you use all of your favorite Google Chrome extensions. So if you are a Chrome user and want the same experience plus more, then you can just simply export all your extensions to Opera GX in one go. Also, it has an import tool that allows you to quickly import all your settings from your previous browser to GX, like browsing history, bookmarks, and cookies. If you're worried about all the stuff you have saved in your current browser, GX comes with a quick import tool. It lets you simply import everything you want from your old browser to GX, like your browsing history, bookmarks, and cookies. You should also know about the Hot Tab Killer that allows users to identify the most resource-draining tabs and close them to make sure the browser doesn't overburden the PC or laptop, and the Force Dark Pages feature that forces brightly designed pages to become dark to stop the blinding glare. It injects its changes into a site's style to turn bright backgrounds dark. And the best part is, Opera GX browser is also available on your mobile devices. So wherever you go, and whenever you want, you can just simply browse the internet with the best gaming browser on your iOS or Android devices. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and try out the best gaming browser in the market. I promise you, once you switch to Opera GX, you will not go back to your old browser. To download, simply use the link at the video description or at the pinned comment to help support the channel. Thank you, and now, let's get back to the video. You all know about Volt's discharge ability, right? Okay, before we begin this conversation, I would like you to know that all the things you hear in this video are just my personal opinion. If you think I'm wrong, and Volt doesn't need any buff at all, then you can write your thoughts in the comments section below. I know that first, you will say, Squad Leader, Volt isn't meant for nuking all the factions in the game. He is fairly strong against Corpus and you should try it for yourself. I already tried it and yes, you are right with this one. Against Corpus, I have no doubt that Volt can shred the shield and easily kill Corpus enemies with his discharge ability. However, if you have seen what Electricity can do right now after the status changes a few months ago, then you would ask yourself why Volt's discharge stays the same. Electricity is in a surprisingly good state after the changes. It's become an underrated element that has a dot and CC similar to heat. It doesn't have the armor strip effect, but it's still better than it was before the update. The status effect of Electricity damages Tesla Chain. It stuns the affected target and deals a tick of damage every second for 6 seconds to all enemies in a 3-meter radius. Multiple instances of the effect can stack, with each instance having its own timer. If a proc occurs together with a headshot, stealth bonus, and/or critical hit, the damage is also affected by their respective multipliers. The Tesla Chain is able to hit heads and other body parts by itself, potentially allowing headshot bonuses to apply twice, which is also affected by the added headshot damage from target acquired and zoom bonuses on some sniper rifles. Mind you, each Electricity damage tick is powerful, especially when you are using something that can group enemies in place. But that's not all. There are special weapon types that enhance the electric proc by a ton that you could easily kill enemies. Weapons like the proboscis Sonos and the Fidge are some prime examples of how electricity damage is busted at the moment, especially when you pair it with a viral build. Okay, let me give a short demonstration.
This is the future. Human error. Evolution.
Sadly, Volt can't do this kind of damage with his discharge ability. But squad leader, you are nuts to think that Volt's discharge would match your weapon's damage, as not only electricity was playing a big factor, but you have also slash damage and viral on your proboscis Sonos and Fitch. You are correct with that, but the thing is, the discharge ability could be so much better if only it procs electricity. Now I was using the Cedo to proc multiple status on the enemies before using discharge, and this includes electricity. If somehow we can proc native electric damage on discharge, then the damage over time of this ability can be very potent, that it can potentially dethrone Sarin as the top nuke queen in the game. Just imagine how much electric proc damage ramps up in a few seconds once the Tesla spread to the enemies, and mind you, discharge also has stun lock that holds enemies in place. So it's the perfect nuke if only Digital Extremes added that electric procs in the discharge ability. However, I think the developer got scared of doing this, as it will potentially make Volt overpowered and be at the top of the food chain. Volt is mainly used for hunting Eidolons. He also got a speed and fire rate or attack speed bonus. He also can nuke, and if electric proc were added to the discharge ability, he will melt any enemies in seconds. But instead of doing this, Digital Extremes decided to put the electric proc in his first ability. Now, I won't be making this argument if other Warframes which has native element can't proc the elements they are using. Just take for example Ember that procs heat in all her abilities. The same goes with Frost that can apply cold status to enemies using his abilities, and other Warframes that use elements can do the same. This was a very sneaky move by Digital Extremes in toning down the power of Volt. And all we can do now is just wonder what could have happened if only Digital Extremes allow the innate electricity to proc during the use of his discharge ability. It's a missed opportunity for us players, but certainly a way to balance the game for the developers, right? Let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comment section below. Tomorrow, we will be discussing more Warframes, and possibly I will release a couple of combos later this weekend. So stay tuned, and I hope that you will also enjoy the content that I will provide next. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future.